Hello everyone who's tuning in. I'm Megan Blackford. I am the social media manager at FHE Health, and I'm also a board member on the First Responders PAC Foundation. And I'm so happy to be talking to Dean Marino today. Dean has a very busy schedule as a full-time firefighter and a paramedic, and he's also the founder of the First Responders PAC Foundation. Dean, welcome.
Hi, everybody. Hello. How are you?
Hi, everyone. Hello. I see people coming online. This is exciting. So before we get started, I wanted to catch everyone up on First Responder Pause, the campaign, and how it began. So back in 2021, in December, we launched our First Responder Pause campaign on social media, and it went viral. We had people using the hashtag all over Twitter. We had over 12,000 mentions of hashtag First Responder Pause, which led to a $10,000 donation to Dean's organization, the First Responders PAC Foundation. Now, these funds help to acquire and train therapy dogs to support our first responders who are dealing with PTSD and other mental health issues. Which of course is aligned with FHE Health and what we do. So the following year, we were so thrilled with the success of the campaign that we had a luncheon where we raised yet another $12,000 to support the foundation. And since then, we launched the First Responder Pause Award, which received 51 applications last year. This award honors therapy dogs for their excellence in service, and it also supports the need to train more therapy dogs to help first responders overcome mental health struggles. So if you've been following our social media efforts, you've seen the winner, Sergeant Bo, and his handler, Sergeant Okert. Sergeant Bo was deployed in the aftermath of the shooting at the Covenant School in Nashville. After the mass casualties, he was there to provide comfort to children and to families who were experiencing PTSD and other issues as a result of the incident. So they used the award, the $2,000 that they received, to distribute 300 stuffed animals that look a lot like this. This is actually what we made for our luncheon, of course, in Oscar's likeness. And so those stuffed animals went out to the children who were impacted by the tragedy, and many of them still carry their stuffies with them to help them manage their emotions. And it's really something that we're so grateful for. And so given the success of the campaign, we're back again. This is the second year that we're doing the award, and we're thrilled and hopeful that we're going to have an even bigger impact, which is part of the reason why Dean and I are chatting today to talk to everyone about the campaign, about his foundation, and where we're headed in the future together. So, Dean, my first question for you is, as a peer counselor, can you explain what your role entails and how your therapy dog, Oscar, helps you support first responders struggling with mental health challenges at FHE and at other local organizations?
Sure, of course. I've been fortunate for the past 3 years to be going to FHE Health on a monthly basis to their Shadow Coop program to talk to first responders. And it's been a blessing for me, and it's been an opportunity for me to invite others to come that have therapy dogs that are first responders in the local Broward area. And we're able to talk to them and help them. The difference that the dogs make is incredible to watch. It's a beautiful thing to watch. It's magical. Nobody cares if we walk in the room, but if you walk in the room with a dog, then people pay attention. You see them shift, you see their body, they sit up, they put their phones down, they look, they watch, and it's incredible to watch the difference that the dogs make and the people that I come with, that they do and what they contribute. It's a great thing all around to be able to do that for first responders, because we are expected to help everybody else. Our job is to help others, but who helps us? So that's the whole concept of the peer support.
Absolutely. And I see that on social media. I see people talking about the impact that Oscar had on them when they were in treatment. And what you do is so powerful and transformational for people. And Oscar is just the sweetest dog, and you can see he just really, wherever you're at in your healing journey, he's there for you. And he's just so supportive, and we love having you guys in at FHE every single month.
It's
Um,
incredible as well that two that were in the Shadowproof program were inspired and they go back and start with their department therapy dog program. So they're out giving the love and support that they received, and that's just like the gift that keeps giving. That's
Amen.
worth it.
I know. And it's just indicative of the fact that it's so helpful having a therapy dog in these therapy settings, to see people going off and training their own dogs. And that's such a big part of what you're doing is ensuring that there are more therapy dogs out there to continue to make a difference in first responders healing.
Yes,
Um, so I know that you were named Firefighter of the Year. Can you share how your work as a firefighter inspired you to start the First Responders PAC Foundation?
as I mentioned, that there's no one coming for us but us. So
Hmm.
we developed a peer support program for our department that where we work. And part of that concept is to get people involved. I was doing some research in the past and I came across the difference that dogs make. Now, dogs have been used in a therapy setting for many, many years, from
Hmm.
going to churches to hospitals to offices, but in the last 5 to 7 years, it's pretty a fairly new concept for first responders.
Hmm.
So that's what made me get Oscar, dealing with the trauma and the effects of the job. For me personally, I sought ways to relieve stress and outlets, and I came across the dog and Oscar, and I realized the benefit that he had for me. So in return, I wanted to give back and do for others. So we started doing and visiting and becoming part of different peer teams, and that's what enabled me to be where I'm at today, actually.
It's an amazing journey. And we're so grateful that you're there for us and you're there for the first responders in our Shatterproof FHE Health program. Um, so since launching our first responder pause campaign, we've raised over $22,000. Can you speak a little bit about the impact that those donations have had?
With those donations, I've been blessed and been able to provide agencies with dogs through the foundation that I created and that you're a board member of. I've been able to donate about 15 different dogs to different organizations, some as far as New Jersey, and quite a few here in the South Florida area. And it's amazing that we're able to train and work together and see them develop from the little puppies to when they become graduate therapy dog school, and then we're out in public and we're doing things. And just today I was at an event with one of the dogs that I donated to a local agency, and to see them work and see the handler work and the joy that they bring and the comfort that they provide for those that are in need, it's just, I wish I could capture it.
I know it's so special, their journey from little pups to training to the healing in these therapy settings and just the change in the first responders who have the benefit of going through that program and their lives to come. It's really special that a dog can really, change the course of their lives.
And it's not
Uh,
just the dog is a tool that
mhm,
first responder, but it also has to be the first responder that has the passion to do it. And that's why
mhm.
we launched the first responder pause program to look for those handlers that are passionate and caring. And I'll use an example of one of the dogs I donated to an agency down here in South Florida. Beautiful little golden doodle, and her name is Luna, but it's the handler that makes it passionate. It's the handler that goes out and wants to train, that wants to go out and wants to make a difference. And recently, that handler and the dog, they happen to be named Firefighter of the Year for the department that they work for the passion that they do. That makes it all worthwhile for me. That's where I see the reward, because it's a gift that keeps giving. The smiles, the laughter, the tears, the crying, the joy, the happiness. It goes on and on and on. And every day, even though I don't get to do it all the time, others do. And that's where it's just truly have been a blessing for me. I've been a firefighter. Next month will be 25 years.
Wow,
And
it's
in the
amazing.
last few years of having Oscar and having other dogs, I found my purpose, my passion. And it's giving back and helping others.
Absolutely. And we can see it, when you guys walk through the door. It's everyone just suddenly you're magnetic. And we're just so proud to work together on this campaign and to continue to support the foundation. So you were talking about Luna. Are there any other updates to share on how many dogs you've helped to acquire, train, or place at this point in time?
There's about 15 total that have been
Wow.
placed with handlers and different agencies, from police, from fire, to private federal agencies. And it's incredible that the difference that they make. And it's like, as far as New Jersey, all the way down here to South Florida, and some, and one in the Tampa area. And it's just truly incredible to watch, to witness,
Absolutely.
and to be able to do that, and to know that they're out there making an impact.
And you've done all that in just a few years, in addition to all of the events that you're at. I mean, if anyone's following Dean, and I hope you are, you can see them out in the community at various events. You've really got a full plate, and I know it's just because you're so passionate about this and it's so fulfilling.
It is. I'm blessed to be at a point in time in my life, career, my family, my wife, my home, that I'm able to have that time to be able to do things. And thankful for FHE at the beginning. I can remember the first luncheon I went to and
Mhm.
not knowing what to expect, and look at us 3.5 years later, the difference that we're making. It's incredible.
I know it's really extraordinary. Um, One question that I know I think some of our viewers would like to understand is what do you look for in a potential therapy dog? What makes a good therapy dog? What are you looking for in the animal?
They have to have a calm demeanor. The personality has to be friendly, not necessarily breed specific, but there's certain dogs that I favor. I'll just be honest. The Golden
Hmm.
Doodle, the Golden Retrievers, the Labradors. I work with a wonderful Golden Doodle breeder in the middle of the state, and she's been fantastic in helping our organization grow and develop. And we've donated quite a few of their golden doodles, and to know that they're just out there making the difference. And as I mentioned before, it's not just the dog, it's the handler. The handler has to put the passion and time
Hmm.
into developing that
Hmm.
dog. The dog is what helps bring joy, but if the handler doesn't have that passion, they're not going to be able to do it. And that's going out and training on your own, bringing the dog out in public and doing things, and just being willing to be able to make that sacrifice for the long-term results. And the long-term results are the joy of the thousands of people that Oscar's impacted. And every time he does that, it impacts me and it makes me smile and happy. It's my therapy to be able to do that and give back. Sounds funny, but it is. It truly is.
Oh, I completely understand just seeing the change in people around Oscar and their lives going in a new direction. I mean that joy that you must experience from seeing that change. It's very profound.
Even at
Um,
FHE, when we visit, I talk to 25, 30 people at a time. And while I'm talking, some will just get on the floor and lay with Oscar and have their own private
mhm.
conversation. And I want to stop and just listen, but I don't, because I keep going, and I expect, and respect their privacy. But to see that happen, you're talking grown adults,
Mhm.
and that the difference dogs make is just truly incredible. It's an outlet, and it's a means and a form of communication, and opening up that communication so people do talk.
Absolutely. It's a journey, talking through those emotions and working through mental health issues. And it's just so wonderful that Oscar is there, whether they're having a great day or a rough day, and they need extra hugs. Like he's so wonderful in those settings. Um, so what is next for you and the foundation? Now you've mentioned expanding into other parts of the country. Can you update us on your plans?
I would love to expand and grow, and I would love for dogs to be used in other agencies across the United States. And I've had multiple people reach out. I've had some reach out as far as California. I've had a couple of people reach out from Colorado. And just to be able to talk to them, and even if they don't get a dog, but to encourage them and guide them, and share the ideas and the way I go about doing things, that hopefully they can go back to their agency and say, hey, look at this idea. Look what these people are doing down here in South Florida, and look at the difference that they're making. Why can't we do that here? And hopefully that's the impact that I hope to make. And, eventually it'd be great to retire one day and breed
Sure,
dogs and train them and have them and be able to do that. But we're still a few years away from that.
sure. Understandable. Well, what's great is that you're a teacher and an advocate, and you're there to help people through this process, having done it
Yeah.
yourself. So, well, thank you so much, Dean. Is there anything else you'd like to touch on or share with our followers?
No, I just appreciate the opportunity. I truly enjoy what I'm doing. Later on this evening, I'm going to go visit some brand new cadets, speak to them, share them the dog, and let them know and welcome them into the firefighter community and first responder community. And I'd like to thank FHE Health for helping and sponsoring and growing and being supportive from day one. Honestly, from day one, I can just honestly say that from day one, FHE has been there, and I truly appreciate that.
It's very much so reciprocated. On a personal note, this has been one of the highlights of my career. I just love this campaign so much, and we're all so passionate about the purpose behind this campaign and what we're working on together. So if anyone has any questions for us, please drop them below in the comments. Um, and please follow Dean and Oscar. You can see them going all over the area, all over the state. And I'll be sure to drop the link for the campaign in our bio link if you want to learn more. And thank you again so much to Dean, and we'll see everyone next time.
Thank you.
Bye,
Bye.
everyone.